Powered by Riverside FM.
We talk about all the moves that the Minnesota Vikings have made this offseason, and there's been a lot of them that's stellar. Everyone's talking about J.J. McCarthy. It's kind of like the shiny new toy that the Minnesota Vikings have to play with. Talk about the future of the franchise, all the important moves that's made. But what's been the best move that the Minnesota Vikings have made offseason? Is it drafting the offensive guard, Donovan Jackson? Is it getting rid of Sam Darnold, making J.J. McCarthy QB1? Sometimes, man, it's just about the moves that you don't make. See, I think the best move that the Minnesota Vikings have made this offseason is a move that they didn't have to make. And that's keeping and bringing back Brian Flores. Like, think about this. Before you disagree with me, think back and look at the future of this team. And imagine going into 2025 season without my guy B-Flow. Just imagine what that defense would look like. Like, you got a glimpse of what the defense could look like before B-Flow arrived. And this is going to be his third year manning the defense. Can you imagine what our team would look like without the exotic blitzes and the philosophy of a Brian Flores-led defense? I know everybody overplays the blitzing thing because I honestly feel like he doesn't want to blitz as much as he does, but he understands the personnel. He understands how to use his players. And without B-Flow being our defense coordinator, I think that thing would be either mediocre to downhill really fast. I mean, this is third year under his defensive system. He's got continuity with his defense. This is really, really rare in the NFL. Most DCs don't get 3 years. DCs are either replaced or they're hired. And so to have someone with that continuity on your coaching staff, man, that's huge. Like, Flores' scheme is complex. It's aggressive. Year one was kind of an install where he was just installing a lot of things. Year two was kind of the adjustment year where he could piggyback off year one, say, okay, we get a little bit more pieces out of Grenard and Gink. This is what we can do. Year three, I just think he's going to be in domination mode. Have you checked the personnel lately? And I know, man, we could use a little bit more secondary help. I get it. I'm not blind to that fact. But if there's going to be any part of this defense that is weak under Brian Flores, it should be the Vikings secondary. And I'm not so sure that the Vikings secondary is a weak spot. Is it full of sexy names? Absolutely not. I know some people wanted us to get Asante Samuel and, all these names, that Jalen Ramsey, all these names that are out there. But sometimes it's the moves that you don't make that make or break you. Like, I think this defense overachieved in 2024. Despite lacking a dominant pass rusher, the Vikings were in the top 10 pressure rate and top 5 blitz rate in the league. Like, Flores turned young mid-round talent and reliable starters in Metellus, Pace Jr., Bynum into big-time defensive players. Like, it's incredible to see the transformation of these players, man. Keep in mind, Pace Jr. is a UDFA from Cincinnati, supposedly undersized. Nobody really wanted to take a flyer on him. Look at what B-Flow has done with Pace Jr. Like, man, now he's got his guys, UP Nation. Jonathan Grenard, Andrew Van Ginkel. They're just built for this system. You saw what they did last year in terms of Grenard and his pressures, Andrew Van Ginkel and his interceptions at the line, pick sixes, being able to rush the quarterback, drop back into coverage. They're explosive, man. High IQ and versatile. Like, Flores finally has his chess pieces to mix up the coverages. Rotate the fronts like he wants to rotate the fronts. He can unleash the chaos, a.k.a. the NASCAR formation. And it's only going to get better when you start sprinkling in a Dallas Turner and all the moves we made during the offseason to improve our defense, man. It's only going to get better, UP Nation. Imagine what our defense would look like without B-Flow at the helm. It may happen one day, but I just think it's the biggest move that the Minnesota Vikings made is bringing B-Flow back and B-Flow not getting hired, man. It's the moves that you don't make that sometimes are the best moves. The scheme is absolutely fantastic, and you got total buy-in across the locker room, man, and that's what you need. That's what you need when you have a great defense. You got veterans like Harrison Smith, Josh Metellus, speak openly, glowingly about how much they trust Brian Flores. Man, this isn't just a system, UP Nation. It's a mindset. It's a mindset that the players have fully bought into. Like when you have a mindset like that on both sides of the ball, there's a term that us coaches use. Like you got to make, this is just a system, but you got to make the offense or the defense your own. And in this case, the players are making the defense their own. This season, he's got a lot of versatility on this defense. Like his defense is designed, if you look at it, look at the roster, man. His defense is designed around hybrid freaking players. And now the Vikings have the depth to rotate and disguise coverages even more going into the 2025 season. Expect more 3 safety looks, roaming backers, and corner blitzes, man. It's going to be a beautiful thing to watch. We also have like a hidden advantage, man. Practicing against this defense has to be hell, and it's only going to make J.J. McCarthy better. An already talented, high IQ, smart quarterback going up against B-Flow's defense is only going to make him better. I remember last year before going into his first exhibition game, he said, man, it's going to feel good to go against a regular defense. Can you imagine the mental anguish that goes on every day in practice? Trying to look good enough to be QB1, but going up against B-Flow's defense every day, as my grandpa used to say, every day. You got to go up against that, man. Like, think about that. That's going to make J.J. McCarthy better. A rookie quarterback against Flores' defense every week in practice. That's a crash course in NFL speed. McCarthy is going to get tested. McCarthy is going to get tricked. And he's going to get challenged every day. And that's exactly what you want in practice with your QB1. Let's be real, man. Flores is head coach material. He's got this lawsuit with the NFL. He won't get hired until that's gone. If he takes another leap, he's definitely going to get stronger looks, and he's going to get snapped up as soon as that lawsuit is done. This is the year to really capitalize on what B-Flow is building. He's got a new starting quarterback. Like, this is the new era of J.J. McCarthy. Flores brings leadership, he brings an edge, and he brings an identity to the Minnesota Vikings. Toughness, accountability, playing defense with the purpose, that's what he brings. The Vikings have quietly built solid depth at edge rusher and linebacker. Flores plus weapons, exotic pressures, forced turnovers, momentum swings is exactly what a rookie quarterback needs. He only helps not only the defense, B-Flow does, but he helps J.J. McCarthy. Man, keeping Brian Flores may not make the headlines, but I think it's the biggest move that the Minnesota Vikings have made all offseason, is keeping him and bringing him back. And I'm not quite sure what his salary is, but he's got to be one of the highest paid coordinators in the league. I mean, again, just sit back as you're talking about draft picks, and we're talking about free agents, and we're talking about UDFAs, and we're talking about all this stuff. Think about what our defense would look like, as good as our personnel is, without B-Flow at the helm. It's a scary thought. is also a scary thought that he's going into year 3 with his players and an upgraded defense. The NFL, the NFC North, the NFC better be put on notice. They should be afraid. They should be very afraid. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Got to put another person on the wall today, someone that's been with Unconventional Playbook. Again, this is the 1-year anniversary of Unconventional Playbook, someone that has been with us from day one and adds a lot of good content to the show in terms of the comment. Next person on the wall is going to be my girl, Sarah Zhang. Welcome to the wall, Sarah. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and we will make sure to see ya when we see ya. Go!